Hello champions, welcome back to another powerful tips and tricks video in FC Mobile. And trust me, this one can be life-changing for your gameplay. Because today, I'm going to show you some of the most effective skill moves you can use, especially after the recent gameplay update. As you already know, after the update, a lot of skill moves just don't work the same anymore. Some have become slower, some are less effective, and many of them feel almost broken. But don't worry. I've done the testing, and in this video, I'll show you the top 4 best skill moves that are still working perfectly right now. You're going to learn how to use them, when to use them, and why they're so powerful. These moves will help you beat defenders, create space, and score more goals, even against strong opponents. And that's not all. At the end of the video, I've got a special bonus master tip just for you. It's something that most players don't know, and it can seriously take your game to the next level, so make sure you don't skip anything and watch until the very end. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming pro tips. Alright, let's jump straight into the video. First up, let's talk about one of my favorite skill moves that still works beautifully after the update: the knockout move. If you've ever been sprinting down the field in FC Mobile, looking for just a little more space, or trying to break away from that annoying defender on your back, then let me introduce you to one of the most underrated moves in the entire game. It's called the knockout move. Some players also call it the knock-on. And even though it might look simple, don't be fooled. This little push of the ball can turn your attacker into a speeding missile and give you the edge to score. This move works best with fast players. I'm talking about Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rafael Leão, or Mohamed Salah. Or players like with that crazy burst of speed, because once the ball is pushed forward, they need to accelerate quickly and catch up to it before a defender does. Think of the knockout as a controlled burst. You use it to escape a defender. You use it to sprint into open space. And you use it when you want to change the game with just one smart flick. Now, how do you do it? It's actually very easy. First, your player needs to be sprinting. So you hold down the sprint button and start moving forward. While sprinting, you simply click the skill move button and the player will make a sharp flick in the same direction. That's it. If you do it on right time, your player will knock the ball forward and start chasing it down immediately. But here's something important. You need to already be sprinting, and make sure you have space. If you try this move in a crowd, you'll just lose the ball. So when's the best time to use the knockout? It shines during counterattacks. When you've already beaten one defender and there's green space ahead, the knockout gives you that extra push to get away. It works great on the wings too, when you're running down the sidelines and need to pass the fullback, or just past midfield, when defenders are stepping up and you want to sneak behind them. And the best part is, there's no skill star requirement. Even a 1-star skiller can use it. That's what makes it so underrated. But of course, like any move, you've got to use it smartly. Don't try the knockout in crowded midfield areas. Don't hold the joystick too long. It has to be a quick flick. Don't use it with slow players because they just can't catch up to the ball fast enough. And don't overuse it. If you do it every single play, defenders will start predicting it. Mix it up with other skills. Keep your opponent guessing. Let's talk about lane change, a 4-star skill move in FC Mobile that feels silky, smooth, and smart. And once you learn how it works, you'll realize just how powerful it can be. Now, the name lane change might sound like something out of a racing game, but in football terms, it's all about quickly shifting your direction while keeping the ball under full control. It's like a light cut-in or feint that helps you change your running line without losing momentum. And here's the beauty of it. It's fast, tight, and designed to beat defenders in those close one-on-one situations, especially near the edge of the box or on the wings. Most people only know the fancy moves, the rainbow, the flip-flap, or the heel-to-heel. But the lane change is different. It's a smart player's move. It's not about flash. It's about precision and control. And if you know how to use it, it becomes one of the most efficient ways to create space, especially when the defender is shadowing you closely. So how does it work? The lane change move is done by simply swiping the skill button forward. The timing of this move is everything. If you do it too early, the defender can recover. If you do it too late, you might get tackled. But hit it just right, especially when the defender lunges in or slows down for a tackle, and you're gone. It's best used when you're already moving at a decent speed. The lane change adds that quick curve to your path, helping you shift away from danger and into space. You don't need a 5-star skiller for this one either. Most players with 4-star skill moves can pull it off with ease, making it accessible to a wide variety of attackers and wingers. But just like every move, there are things to watch out for. If you spam the lane change too often, it loses its element of surprise. The best use is in moderation, when the defender thinks you're about to shoot or sprint straight. And don't try it in a crowded midfield, because the animation is small. If a defender is right next to you, they might still get a toe on the ball. The move is best when there's just a bit of space, not too much, not too tight, just enough room for that subtle shift to make a big impact. Next, I will talk about step over and exit. If you're looking for a skill move that's quick, sharp, and brutally effective when you need to shake off a defender, then let's talk about one of the oldest tricks in football, beautifully recreated in FC Mobile. It's called the step over and exit. And if you've never used it before, you're missing out on one of the most realistic and rewarding ways to beat a player in a one-on-one situation. The step over and exit is exactly what it sounds like. Your player performs a fast step-over motion, a little body fake with the leg going around the ball, and then exits to the side with a quick burst. It's smooth, it's subtle, and it can be absolutely devastating when timed correctly. It's not flashy like a rainbow or complex like a flip-flap, but this move is built for moments where one quick move can break the game open. Now let's talk about how you actually do it in-game. The step over and exit is a manual skill move, and that means you need to control the direction and flow. Start by swiping your skill move button and move joystick opposite direction from the opponent AS. It will shift you diagonally away from the defender. Then push that sprint button to boost up your acceleration. You don't just perform the skill, you use it to glide into space. But remember, the timing is everything. If you trigger the exit too early, your player might not finish the step over and just do a weird turn. If you do it too late, the defender could intercept or tackle. But if you hit that sweet spot, when the defender is frozen or lunging in, the step over and exit becomes a deadly weapon. It gives you space, control, and rhythm, all in one smooth move. I tested this skill with multiple players, and the difference is night and day based on agility, balance, and dribbling stats. You need a player with good dribbling and ball control stats, and most of all, he should have a great pace to create space quickly. But like any move, it has its weaknesses. The step over and exit doesn't work well when you're in a crowd. If there are 2 or 3 defenders around, the move becomes risky. You need just enough space for the exit direction to be open. Also, if you're using a player with low agility, the animation might feel sluggish. And if you try to spam the move too often, defenders will catch on quickly. That's why this move works best when used wisely, at the right time, in the right place, and with the right exit. In my experience, the step over and exit is one of the most realistic and useful skill moves in FC Mobile. It doesn't feel like a gimmick. It feels like football. It feels like you're outsmarting your opponent with a real football action. It helps you create shooting angles. It helps you beat defenders, and it gives you that edge of control when the game is tight. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you're in a match, try it. Trigger the step over, time your exit, and watch how your player leaves the defender in the dust. Once you get the feel for it, it becomes part of your rhythm. And soon you'll be wondering how you ever played without it. So go ahead, step, shift, explode, and finish. That's the power of the step over and exit in FC Mobile. Now, there's one move in FC Mobile that's so simple yet so powerful that it can freeze a defender right where they stand. It's not flashy, it's not complicated, but it's a move that separates smart attackers from average ones. I'm talking about the fake shot, a classic football move that works just as well in the virtual world as it does on the real pitch. The fake shot is exactly what it sounds like. Your player winds up like they're about to take a shot or make a long pass, and then suddenly they cancel it and continue dribbling. It looks like they're committing to something big, but instead they stop or redirect and catch the defender completely off guard. Now let me explain how the fake shot works in FC Mobile. It's really easy to perform. All you have to do is swipe the shoot button to the left side, at the same time move joystick to the opposite direction, like you make a U-turn. When you do this, your player will do the animation of beginning a shot, but he will change the direction of ball completely to the other side and go back into dribble mode. But if you're not moving the joystick at all when you do it, your player will usually come to a full stop and pretend to a fake shot. And this is perfect when you want to freeze a defender or make them overcommit. But if you flick your joystick while doing the fake shot, your player will cancel the shot and continue moving, usually in a slightly different direction than before. This is how you can chain it into a new dribble path, fool the defender, or set up for a clean finesse. Defenders are thinking you're about to strike, and right then, you change direction, glide around them, and do whatever you want. It gives you control, unpredictability, and the space to act freely. It's the kind of move that lets you take charge of the situation. One of the best things about the fake shot is that it works with almost any attacker. You don't need 5-star skills. You don't need elite stats. You just need good timing, good awareness, and a bit of confidence. It's also great for chaining into other moves. I've used fake shot into ball roll, fake shot into knockout, fake shot into step over and exit. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes it such a powerful tool. So if you're someone who loves smart play, if you like to outthink your opponents instead of just outpace them, then the fake shot is your perfect move. It helps you keep control of the match. It gives you space when you need it most, and it makes your gameplay unpredictable and creative. I've had moments where a single fake shot turned a dead attack into a highlight goal. I've used it to pause the game for just a second, long enough to find a teammate making a run. I've used it to get defenders off balance. And most importantly, I've used it to stay calm under pressure. That's what the fake shot gives you: control, deception, and time. Try it, practice it, master it. And once you do, you'll never want to play without it again. Now it's time to give you that bonus tip I promised at the start of the video. And trust me, this one can completely change your game if you use it the right way. This bonus tip is all about a 1-star skill move that most players have stopped using. And that move is the open-up fake shot. I know, many of you might be thinking this move is useless after the recent update. It feels slow. It doesn't beat defenders like before, and for most FC Mobile players, it's become a forgotten move. But I'm still using it. I'm still scoring with it. And here's how. I'm combining the open-up fake shot with the power shot, and the results are insane. The moment you try this combo, you'll see it for yourself. It works like magic. The first thing you need is a player who's good at long shots. Someone who has a strong power shot stat, and preferably a 5-star weak foot. Players like R9, Isak, Van Basten, or Gyökeres work beautifully for this trick. Now listen closely, because here's how it works. This combo works best when you're near the midfield area. Yes, you heard me right. You can actually score from midfield using this trick. Normally, if you try a power shot alone from there, it rarely goes in. You have to aim, control the joystick, then the chances are low. But when you use the open-up fake shot just before the power shot, the accuracy changes completely. You don't need to touch the joystick. In fact, that's the secret. First, create some space. Then do an open-up fake shot, and right after the animation finishes, instantly press the power shot button. The moment you press it, leave the joystick alone. Don't move it. Don't even nudge it. Just let the animation flow. What happens next is incredible. Your striker, even without manual aiming, will strike the ball directly toward the goal. It feels like the game takes over and finds the perfect angle straight into the net. No need to struggle with manual control. No need to guess the aim. It just works. And that's why this trick is so powerful. Even beginners, who normally can't score from long range, can use this combo and hit stunning goals from distance. It takes out the pressure of aiming, and it turns a weak 1-star move into a secret weapon. Now, before you go into a real match and try this in Rivals or H2H, I recommend you practice this in the training arena. Just get used to the timing. Make sure your player has good power shot stats, and again, 5-star weak foot is a big plus. With a little practice, you'll start scoring screamers, and people will be wondering how you did it. So now you know the secret. Open up fake shot combined with power shot. It's underrated, it's powerful, and it works right now, even after the update. You can dominate FC Mobile with this trick. I hope you enjoyed this skill move guide. I've explained everything in full detail to help you improve your gameplay. If this helped you, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss another hidden tip like this. And of course, share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video.